What would a colour chart of all of the colours look like? So if I did a combination of all these colours, it would be 6 as they stand alone, plus 6 times by combinations of 2, so 6 times by 2, that's 15. Then 6 times by combinations of 3, that would be 20, plus 6 times by the combination of 4, 15. Combination of 5, 6. Oh, and 6 by the combination of 6. And that's 1. Which would total 63 combinations. If I add that up, 6, 15, 20, 15, 6, 1. 63 combinations. Now, when people do colour charts, they usually do a line across the top of all the individual colours, then a line down the side of the same colours. And then I was working that out and going, how would that look? And it would be, say we started with yellow, that wouldn't work. So if we started with, say, white, and then yellow, yellow, then that next one would be yellow. And then it would be what? Orange. And it would be orange, orange, and then orange again. And then yellowy orange, and those would be duplicated. And then it would be the pink, the rose colour, and it would be rose, rose, rose. Combined rose with yellow, rose with orange, but the same rose with yellow, rose with orange. And so already I'm seeing they're not unique at the top, and they're duplicated here, and then they're duplicated again. I'm like, this is just going to be a mess. It's going to just going to be a mess. Why would I want duplications? I've seen where they've had one half of it is the darker shades, and then one half of it is lighter. But again, I don't want to say, oh well, here's the light version, and here's the here's the light version over here of the dark version over there. That just doesn't sit well with me. So what I'm going to do is try and do all these different combinations, the combination of 1, the combination of 2, the combination of 3, 4, 5, 6, separately. Now, within those combinations, let's just take the combination of all 6, which is 1. That variation of just the combination of 6, if you put a little bit of this and a lot of that, then it would be a completely different colour than if it was a little bit of this and a lot of that. I mean, it would have to be like split equally, 1/6 of every colour. And how am I going to mix that? Mathematically, how am I going to get it so that just that one combination, 1 out of 63 of these combinations, is 1/6, perfectly 1/6. How am I going to mix that? How would I do that? Well, I just couldn't. I couldn't do that. This one combination would probably be, for me, the entire chart's worth of variations of what would probably be a very muted colour. You would think it would turn out to be like a black, maybe. Most of the primaries together make a black, so wouldn't it be just a sea of muted colours or darkness? Maybe not. Who knows? I mean, I would like to do the experiment of the one combination of 6, but we'll start with just the combination of 2 and then the combination of 3 separately with their darkness gradients. Maybe we'll do that. Maybe with variations. We'll see how far we can push it. Anyway, this was what, 30 something pound. I screwed it up. It was 30 pounds. And these are so tiny. Look at how tiny they are. I've got tiny hands, and these are really, really tiny. It says 5 mils. 17 fluid ounces, 5 mil. That's all these are. And you know what it's like when you get one of these, if you're an artist yourself, that when you open this, the pressure from just squeezing it to open it can sometimes make it go out there. And if I think like this is £30 divided by 6, these tubes are quite expensive. So I've decided I've not only got my palette, which is divisible by 6. I had to check then. Yes. And I've got a little mini palette that I'm going to decant some of it into. I've been told that people have had these tiny tubes for a very, very long time. Had them for years because the pigment in them is so rich and so powerful that just the tiniest amount goes a very, 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 very long way. This is what made me buy them. Like, would I normally buy £30 worth of paint that I've never used before? No, I would maybe have tried one tube, but on that one recommendation that they had this and lasted them forever, I bought it. And I've also bought this, which is a little travel palette. And where's my little clip? There. It clips onto your paper like that. So imagine your papers. So we've got your paper here, and it would clip onto it like that. And when you're on planner, you can paint and have your little palette there handy, painting away. And this is a little palette there to mix, a little mixing palette, and I can put the colours in here. You can have little pans that go in there, but I'm not doing that. I'm too lazy. I'm just going to squeeze that paint straight in there. And also I thought that this is quite useful for when I'm doing my smaller drawings. So let me get a smaller drawing. Have I got any handy? Say I was painting something like this, and it's on the screen there, then having something that's like that size, just there, very, very useful. Very, very useful. I could have like that on that corner. And this here with another little palette in the middle. Oh, marvellous, marvellous. I'm going to decant my little tubes now so that I can do my mixing chart. If it's going to be like this, then I probably want the primaries, the neat colours to be here, all 6 of them. Then I've got to decide what order I want them in. Well, why not the same order that's on here? Let's do that. So here we go. I'm quite excited. And here is the first one. Not too much squeezage. There we go. Let's decant some in there. And then a little bit here too. I'm not decanting a large amount because it settles. And it's better to let it layer up and dry than to squeeze a whole lot in and then it dries and cracks and then falls out. So it's better to just do it in layers. It's an orange. See what this looks like. There's the rose pink. So squeezed in right to get it right into the corners. There we go. a lovely bright red. Has it gone into the corners? Blue. And the French ultramarine blue. That one's runnier. Now there are spaces available here. Oh, I didn't quite go into the corners, can you see? I need to give them a little poke. Actually, I'll just add a little bit more into the corners. There we go. Perfect now. That's good. As I was saying, in this little tiny mini palette, there are extra squares available for my mixes. So when I do the chart, I'm going to find which combinations I like the most, and then I'm going to mix some up special and fill in some of these. I already know that I'm quite fond of a blue to orange palette. A lot of my blues go towards turquoises, so I'm going to see if I can get those kind of combinations out of this and then mix those up for the extras. I'll also want some left for maybe a little sponge, and also to have a couple of them left for gouaches, because maybe some jelly gouache in here, like a white, bright white, or black, maybe gouache mixed with ink for this one here. So I've got 6 remaining to do combinations. But first of all, I'm going to see what the neat colour looks like. And whilst that's drying, I can put it away, and I'll put its lid on so it doesn't get dusty. I'll be using the ones that I squirted out onto here. Let's see what they look like. So I have some water. Oh, that's inky water. There's some clean water. And let's get I think maybe a brand new brush. See if I've got a brand new brush. One that I've not used. That one looks pretty good. Have a look at 2 of these. So the start of it is going to be the pure yellow. Let's pop that one in. Now we're going to want it pretty much neat, Now if we leave this one the pure yellow, then this square is going to be the pure orange. Now, so shouldn't all of these be mixed with yellow? So shouldn't I, therefore, do I mix it here like this? So there's 6 combinations, isn't there? So if I just mix them on, like whilst it's still wet, we could do a palette, a chart that shows let's do a gradient of going to fade there. Okay, and then let's do orange. Neat orange. And then, wouldn't this all be orange all the way? I think it would. And then a gradient. And then this one is mixed. So let's mix it. That's good enough mix. And then the pink. Look at how dark that pink looks. Oops. Have I gone wrong already? I have, see. Clumsy of me. That's very strong. And then the gradient. And then mix this with the orange. So that one would be there. That's not a very good combination. And then the pink with the yellow. That's not going to be good either. Yuck. And then the bright red. And then a gradient. Oh, I forgot to mix it, didn't I? Isn't that a pretty shade? Yes. Okay, let's mix those gradients. So, and this one here, we had the red with the purple. So it's this with this. Ugh. It's not so bad on there. And then the red with the orange. That looks no different to that. And then that red with the yellow. Oh. And then this one is the blue. So it's this blue with this red first. I'm going to contaminate my... There's better. Ugh. Well, that's not pretty. Don't mix those two colours together. And this blue with the pink, red. Oh, already that's a beautiful purple. It's not coming across at all. So that one mixes with this. Much prettier. And then this colour with, I'll do that one as well. With the orange. That's going to be horrible. Mm. Actually, it's beautiful. I really like that. And then with the yellow. Oh, that's gorgeous. Love that shade. And then we'll try this one. So the thing with watercolours is that once these dry, can just refresh them with water and they'll come back to life again. So I can use them so none of this is wasted. So this now with this. It's weird that red is dominant. Again, this red does not mix with the blues. The blues don't like that red. So where are we at now? Oh, I didn't mix that with that. So I just went straight to that one. So that's this one here. See, it doesn't mix. It's kind of a muted red, I guess. It's very unpleasant. Goes nice with the yellow-ish. So I need to mix this with this. I put too much in there. I don't think that's going to make any difference. Well, it's just darker. That just might be saturation. And then with the pink, I wonder how this purple will turn out. Delightful. And this orange. A more olivey khaki kind of green in comparison to that. And then with the yellow, finding some that I've not contaminated is a bit tricky. I'll just squeeze some more out. Oh, gorgeous. That'd be the fridge. Beautiful. I turn the fridge off. What do we have left? Is that it? Such a simple little palette. So I'm going to add more to this. I think I'll have to buy another one. It's incredibly cute. And a bit more orange. Right, now this is quite murky and disgusting. Like I've made some really bad mixes there. Quite bad. So if we look at some of these combinations, I'm going to make some of these up here so that we've got the mixes on the palette. Whoops. And I'll do it with cleaning my brush in between. Change the water. You know, you get like dot charts, and you can use those to paint with. Well, this little palette will be the same. I can kind of use these as dots. So, and then any of the combinations that I really like already I'm going, that's gorgeous. That's kind of gorgeous too. So I like this one here. And this one's beautiful. And I'll definitely make up full square pans out of those, I think. Let's make these right now. So we've got 4 combos. So a little bit of this. And then we've got this combo. And I don't think I'll make them up anyway. So I'm definitely going to use a lot of just the pure yellow, and then I will probably use quite a bit of the orange yellow combo. So if I mix this one up, I'll probably use that quite a bit. Oh, I contaminated it with green. I'm not good at this, am I? Already. Oh. What colour does that make? Mud. Muddy green. Like a khaki green. New brush. New brushes to mix these up. And then a little less and a little less. That's quite sweet. It's quite peachy. Now that, mixed with a bit of that, is going to make a nice skin tone. So I'm going to do that here. So I know I'm not supposed to be doing 3s yet, but never mind. That there, just a dab. Like, oh, that's probably too powerful. Let's combine those. That might seem like a crazy colour, but if we put it on here, oh, it's contaminated with yellow. It's a good sunshine colour, that. And let's do this with this. What I want is to be able to squeeze that out of the brush. There's quite a lot in this brush and I don't want to wash it away. I wonder if I've got like a very palette knife or something. Let's try this palette knife, see if this works. So if I squeeze this out. No. You can use these as palettes too, so I'll just put it on here. I'm not good at this, am I? Then what other combo do I think I'll need? More peachy. So if I'm gonna bit of that, but more orange. Oh, with yellow. Was that a good combo? Quite good. You get the gist. So there are two colours that I like straight away off my little mini palette mix, and that's this neony green, which is a mixture between this green and more yellow. So it's this and this. Yes. Okay. So I'm going to mix that up here now. So it's dominant yellow. Maybe I'll put it into this one here. So it's dominant yellow with this green, this blue. And I discovered the best way to mix them up is with my palette knife, because they're much easier to clean, don't contaminate so much. So let's mix this one up, see what it looks like. Oops. Oh, that is looking pretty. I think it could do with a touch more yellow to make it more like that one. Don't contaminate the tube, let it drip. That's such a pretty colour. Oops. There we go, that's a good mix. And also, I really love that purple there, which is again this blue plus this pink, and it's pink dominant. So I will put that one in here. Pink dominant. With a splash of the blue. Oh, that's looking magic. Fabulous. Now, there's not a lot in there, so I might put some more in. Come on, drip. And I think in that one I'm going to want a kind of scarlet pink, a combination I think of the bright red and the pink. I think this, which I didn't think made much difference, but I think I'm going to like that when it's rosed down. So dominant pink. Then if I added a touch of orange to it, it is going to make a skin tone. Do I do it? Ooh. And then this shade of red. No, I'm not going to add it. I can always add it another time, like add it on later. It's like a berry red, this one. And I will leave the bottom three for the combinations of, see how that's a different red? It's quite a pretty red, that. I'll leave the bottom three for my love of turquoises. Let's see if I can get some dark turquoises out of this. So kind of if I lean this towards this, with a splash of yellow, more yellow. There, that's good. These are the neat colours. I'm just filling the pans up a little bit more because they've dried a bit. I'm going down. I made quite a mess of that one, that's a shame. Right. That will do for now, and later on I'll fill these with turquoise mixes. And that's me finally mixed up a set of turquoises that I'm happy with. They're just a combination of these three, the blues and the yellow. And I've done a little tiny mini palette there which can go in the lid of this, and that's it pale and that's it bright. And that's it. Yes. That's my palette ready to use. I'm just going to pop these back in the box so they're ready for when I top it up